Ever pondered the difference between online and offline transactions? These terms are tossed around quite often in the world of banking and finance, but what do they really mean? Well, a transaction, in its simplest form, is an exchange of value. This value could be money, goods, services, or even information. Now, these transactions can be categorized into two main types: online and offline. Online transactions, as the name suggests, are conducted over the internet. They are immediate, digital, and require internet connectivity. They're the ones you're likely to use when you're shopping online or transferring money through your bank's app. On the other hand, offline transactions don't require an immediate internet connection. They can be digital, like when you swipe your card at a store, or physical, like paying with cash or writing a check. So let's dive deeper into these two types of transactions and understand what sets them apart. Firstly, let's zoom into online transactions. An online transaction is a financial exchange that occurs over the internet. It can be as simple as paying for your morning coffee using a mobile app, or as complex as transferring a large sum of money across international borders using an online banking system. These transactions are characterized by their speed and convenience. Thanks to the power of the internet, they can be executed from anywhere in the world, at any time, and from any device that has an internet connection. This flexibility is a game changer in today's fast-paced world, where every second counts. One of the key features of online transactions is that they are processed in real time. This means that the transfer of funds or the confirmation of a payment happens almost instantaneously. Imagine you're shopping online for a new pair of shoes. Once you hit that purchase button, your payment is processed and the merchant receives confirmation of your payment within seconds. This real-time processing eliminates the waiting period associated with traditional banking methods, making transactions quicker and more efficient. Online transactions also offer a high level of convenience. You don't need to visit a bank or an ATM to make a transaction. You don't even need to be in the same country as the person or business you're transacting with. All you need is a device with internet connectivity and you're good to go. Moreover, online transactions are not just about convenience and speed. They also offer a level of security that is unparalleled by traditional banking methods. Encryption technologies ensure that your financial information is secure, and two-factor authentication adds an extra layer of protection. However, it's important to note that online transactions do require internet access. This can be a limitation in areas with poor internet connectivity or for individuals who are not tech-savvy. In essence, online transactions offer speed, convenience, and immediacy, but they do require internet access. Now, let's shift our focus to offline transactions. These are transactions that don't necessarily require real-time internet connectivity to be processed. They can be digital or physical, providing a wider scope for execution. A prime example of an offline transaction is a card payment. When you swipe your card at a point-of-sale terminal, your transaction data is stored and processed later. It doesn't require an immediate internet connection. The terminal reads your card data and the transaction is finalized when the connection is restored. It's a seamless blend of technology and convenience, ensuring that your shopping doesn't stop, even if the internet does. Another common form of offline transactions is the use of cash or checks. These are physical transactions that have been around for centuries. Paying with cash or writing a check doesn't require internet connectivity at all, making them the most offline of all transactions. Cash transactions are simple and straightforward, while checks allow for the transfer of larger amounts of money without the need for immediate digital processing. Offline transactions come with their own set of advantages. First, they offer flexibility. Regardless of whether you have an internet connection or not, you can still carry out transactions. This makes them particularly useful in areas with poor connectivity or for people who may not have consistent access to the internet. Secondly, offline transactions can offer a sense of security. With cash or check transactions, there's a physical exchange involved. You hand over cash or write a check, and in return receive goods or services. There's a tangible element to the transaction, which some people prefer over the abstract nature of digital transactions. Lastly, offline transactions can sometimes offer more control over your finances. When dealing with cash, you can physically see and control how much you're spending, which can help with budgeting. Offline transactions, while not as immediate as their online counterparts, offer flexibility and can be processed without the need for an internet connection. They continue to be an essential part of our financial ecosystem, bridging the gap between technology and tradition. Now that we understand both online and offline transactions, how do they stack up against each other? Let's start by comparing the speed of processing. Online transactions, thanks to their digital nature, are processed in real time. The moment you hit send or pay, the funds are transferred, making these transactions ideal for immediate needs. Offline transactions, on the other hand, can have a delay. Whether it's a check that needs to clear or a card payment that will be processed later, you might have to wait a while. Next, let's talk about internet access. Online transactions, as the name suggests, require an active internet connection. This means you can execute them from anywhere in the world, as long as you're online. Offline transactions, however, do not require internet connectivity at the time of the transaction. This makes them more flexible in places where the internet may not be readily available or reliable. Finally, let's consider convenience. Online transactions offer a level of convenience that's hard to beat. With a few taps on your smartphone, you can pay bills, transfer funds, or make purchases, all from the comfort of your home. Offline transactions, while they might require a bit more effort, can be more tangible and can provide a sense of security for some people who prefer physical exchanges. But does this mean one is better than the other? Not necessarily. It really depends on the situation. For instance, if you're traveling in a remote area with spotty internet, an offline transaction might be your best bet. But if you're in a bustling city with stable internet, the speed and convenience of online transactions might be more appealing. As we can see, both online and offline transactions have their unique advantages and appropriate uses. With the rapid advancement of technology, how are transactions evolving? Well, let's dive into this fascinating topic. Technology has certainly revolutionized the way we transact. The advent of the internet and the proliferation of smartphones have given birth to digital payments, a form of transaction that's fast, convenient, and often more secure than traditional methods. The rise of digital payments has, in turn, led to a decrease in the use of physical cash. Today, we can pay for our groceries, book a movie ticket, or transfer funds to someone halfway across the globe, all with just a few taps on our smartphone screens. It's a far cry from the days when such transactions would require a trip to the bank or the ATM, and often a lot of time and patience. The convenience offered by digital payments has led to their widespread adoption. In fact, some countries like Sweden and China are already moving towards becoming cashless societies. But the impact of technology on transactions isn't limited to just making payments. It's also reshaping the way we manage and interact with our money. For instance, technology has made it possible to monitor our spending, savings, and investments in real time. It has given us access to a plethora of financial tools and services that were once reserved for the privileged few. And perhaps most importantly, it has democratized finance, making it more inclusive and accessible to people from all walks of life. Looking ahead, the future of transactions is even more exciting. With the advent of technologies such as artificial intelligence, blockchain, and quantum computing, we're on the brink of a new era of digitization. These technologies promise to make transactions even faster, more secure, and more efficient, opening up a world of possibilities. Imagine a world where transactions are instantaneous, regardless of the distance or the currency involved. A world where fraud and financial crimes are a thing of the past. A world where financial services are truly personalized, tailored to our unique needs and preferences. That's the world technology is helping us build. The landscape of transactions is rapidly changing, largely driven by technology and digitization. And as we move forward, the only constant will be change. But one thing's for sure, the future of transactions is digital, and it's closer than we think. So, we've explored the world of transactions, both online and offline. We've delved into the realm of online transactions, which are fast, digital, and require internet access for real-time processing. These transactions are executed over the internet using digital platforms like online banking systems, mobile apps, or websites. And the transfer of funds or payment confirmation happens almost instantaneously. On the flip side, we've examined offline transactions. These can be both digital or physical, and they often do not require an immediate internet connection for processing. Whether it's via electronic card payments, where data is stored and processed later, or through physical exchanges like cash or checks, offline transactions offer a different approach to the transfer of funds. Understanding these differences is crucial in today's digital age. So, which type of transaction do you prefer and why? Comment below and let's keep the conversation going.